Hi guys, the Benidorm enthusiast here, and the 2025 November Fiestas are upon us. Today I'm going to be going through the schedule of events for the Fiestas Mayores Patronales, both the official events organised by the Fiestas Association and the unofficial events going on in the bars around Benidorm. The Fiestas are going ahead. There was some misinformation going around about them being cancelled due to the horrific disaster in Valencia, but that was false. Benidorm and Valencia are very closely linked. The tourism boards, the city councils, the authorities connected, and they work together in many different aspects: tourism, cultural events, sports events, all sorts of things like that. But also the people are very closely linked as well. There are many people in Benidorm who have friends and families in Valencia, many people that live here that have moved from Valencia, and vice versa. And it isn't being seen as disrespectful to go ahead with the Fiestas. In fact, quite the opposite really, because during this year's Fiestas, tributes and respects can be paid at different events to the thousands of people that have been affected by the tragic floods. An official statement from the Fiestas committee said, "Aware of the importance of these celebrations for our city, we join together in the difficult commitment to move forward with the festivities. However, we will do so respectfully and with a grieving soul, honouring those who are no longer with us." There were also rumours of the Fancy Dress Day being cancelled. Again, not true at all. Now, the Fancy Dress Day is not part of the official Fiestas. It's a tradition which has grown over the years and has now turned into the biggest event of the year for the British tourist area. It really makes no sense to cancel it. Many of the businesses which will benefit from the income generated from that day have already been involved with the support that Benidorm has given to Valencia, whether that be with helping financially, helping with the collection and distribution of aid that's been sent to Valencia, or with hands-on help in the shape of volunteers going to Valencia. To cancel that day would effectively cut off a massive income stream which can be used to offer further help in the future recovery of Valencia. It also creates incredible fundraising opportunities. We know there are tens of thousands of British and Irish coming over who want to donate, want to help in some way, so it would be counterproductive to not allow that to happen. We've already got one campaign running asking people to bring wellies with them or wear them on the plane and drop them at a big container with a collection point, which will be by Morgan Tavern. And when it comes to money, potentially thousands of euros could be raised for the people of Valencia on the Fancy Dress Day alone. So yes, the Fiestas Mayores Patronales 2024 and the Fancy Dress Day 2024 are going ahead. Officially, the Fiestas start tomorrow, Saturday 9th of November. They always start the second weekend of November. But tonight, head down to the Old Town to see the Fiesta lights being switched on at 6 p.m. on Martinez Alejo Street. You could then head up to the Fiesta Fair for the opening night for a couple of hours. That's located behind the bullring at the top end of La Guerra Park, which is behind the town hall. And then get back down to the centre of the Old Town and watch the Peñas march. The Peñas are the different groups of friends or groups of people with shared interests, associations if you like, and there are 209 Peñas at this year, and they will march down the Avenida Rusafa and the Avenida Martinez Alejos at 10 p.m, so get down there to see that tonight. On to Saturday, which is when the Fiestas Mayores Patronales start officially. I'm not going to go through every single act and event that happens over the Fiesta week, as this would be probably a 2-hour-long video. I've just picked the highlights out for you to give you a good itinerary. But just before I go through the rest of the week, a quick word about the sponsors of today's video, Olafly. If you're travelling and it's important for you to stay connected whilst abroad, consider getting yourself an Olafly eSIM. An eSIM is like a virtual SIM card, which will give you access to an alternative data plan local to wherever you are. Olafly is compatible with most modern mobile phones, and it's available in 200 destinations around the world, with unlimited data available in over 150 of them. You can even choose packages which cover entire continents like Europe, for example. You can check compatibility with your phone before you buy, and it's really easy to order and install install your eSIM using the website or the app, which is available for both iOS and Android. Once you arrive at your destination, then you just activate the eSIM and your data is ready to use. And great news for you guys, because with our discount code Benidorm Stuff, you can get 5% off an Olafly eSIM package now. Just follow the link in the video description below, choose your package and enjoy your 5% off. Thank you to Olafly for sponsoring this video. Okay, so back to the Fiestas events. On Saturday around midday there will be an aerial bombardment, so basically fireworks from the Plaza de la Señoría. That's the little square outside Sherry's Bar, behind the church of San Jaime, up by the Mirador. This signifies that Fiestas have begun. Following that, the brass band parade makes its way down from the church through the Old Town streets and finishes at the Town Hall Square, where all the brass bands will then join together to play the Paso Doble. Saturday afternoon, there's a reenactment of the finding of our patron saint, the Virgin of Suffrage. These fiestas are all about honouring the patron saints, so this is of great importance, and this will be down on Poniente Beach at 5 p.m. The performance will take us back to mid-March 1740 and recalls the events that occurred then, which began with the discovery by 3 sailors from Benidorm of a ship that was sailing without a crew and adrift, and culminated with the proclamation of Our Lady Patron Saint. After that performance, another aerial bombardment, in other words, more fireworks. Saturday night, the Town Hall Square will be buzzing with live music from local artist Zari and live DJs from 11:30 p.m. In the new town on Saturday, there's a big fundraising event for Valencia at Buddy's Bar from 3 p.m. Loads of live acts on, and donations of all sorts will be accepted, whether it be goods or money. There'll be raffles, auctions and loads of other stuff going on to raise money for Valencia. There's a GoFundMe linked to this. I'll post that link in the video description. It's been set up by some lovely locals in the area and has already raised over 5,000 euros, which has directly helped those affected by the floods. City Streets Community Project and Project for All are 2 of the local charities involved, helping get hot meals to some of the people in the affected areas. On to Sunday, and there will be lots going on around the Town Hall Square again. The Kids Park will be set up in the square with magic shows from 11 a.m. At 2 a.m. it's the first mascletas of the Fiestas. Mascletas are pyrotechnic shows, but unlike normal fireworks, the focus is on the noise and rhythm rather than the visuals. Not many Brits can get their heads around the mascletas. They are hugely traditional here in the Valencia region. The mascletas take place on Avenida Jaime I, which is over on the Poniente side of the Old Town. At 7:30 p.m, a solemn procession in honour of one of the patron saints, the Virgin of Suffrage, will make its way around the Old Town streets, finishing up at the church of San Jaime by the Mirador. Finishing off the Sunday festivities, that continues in the Town Hall Square with the Orchestra Monaco Party from 11 p.m. That's the weekend of official events, but bear in mind the tourist bars will be starting to get busy at this point, as well as the Brits and the Irish flock in for the build-up to Fancy Dress Day. Monday follows a similar schedule when it comes to the official events, with another mascleta at 2 p.m. on Jaime I, and with a solemn procession again at 7:30, this one dedicated to Benidorm's other patron saint, San Jaime. There'll also be another live concert in the Town Hall Square at midnight, followed by a corrifoc, which is a moving fire show. On Monday, there's also an unofficial bar crawl, a tradition amongst the Brits and Irish which is growing every year. It's called Manic Monday, and it starts from Sherry's Bar in the Old Town at midday. This year they're putting on a free buffet. The theme is neon, so wear any bright clothing you can find. There'll be glitter girls there as well to add some sparkle to you if you wish. And from there you'll make your way around the bars in the Old Town, eventually getting right the way across to the New Town and making lots of Fiesta friends on the way. On to Tuesday, the penultimate day for the official events. Another mascleta at 2 p.m. on Avenida Jaime I. The Funny Costumes Parade is at 7 p.m. A lot of effort goes into these costumes, and there are some massive prizes to be won by the Peña members. I think the top prize is €1,200 this year. And this parade goes through the Old Town on the Venus, Rusafa and Martinez Alejos streets. Following that, the only nighttime mascleta at 11:30 p.m. on Avenida Primero again, and then back to the Town Hall Square for more concerts from midnight going into the early hours. On Tuesday in the New Town, it's a big day at Sinatra's Bar, as it's the day they give last year's Fancy Dress Day winners their prize. And this year it will also be a charity day to raise funds for the people of Valencia. Live music, raffles and all sorts of things like that going on at Sinatra's from 1 p.m. on Tuesday. On to Wednesday, the last day of the official fiesta. Another mascleta at 2 p.m. on Jaime Primero. You really should try and get down to at least one of the mascletas on your visit, although you'll definitely hear them no matter where you are in Benidorm when they're going off. In the afternoon, it's the big float parade from 6 p.m. This is fantastic to watch. It goes all around the Old Town, starting at the Old Town end of Levante beachfront, heading up Martinez Alecos, continuing up the Avenida Rusafa, around the back of the Old Town, and then back down Avenida Almendros and finishing on Calle Marqués de Comillas, just up from Vincent's Bar. Once the parade is finished, which can be any time between sort of 9 and 10 p.m, the end of the fiesta is celebrated by an incredible firework display down on Poniente Beach. This is one of the best displays you're likely to see in your life. And you can watch it from Parque Elche, that's the Dove Park, or up by the Mirador. These areas get really, really busy and cramped. And because you're so close to where the fireworks are being set off, you'll really strain your neck watching. So I recommend making your way a little bit further down the Poniente Beach so you can get a better, fuller view and you're away from the main crowds. There you have it, the end of the Fiestas Mayores Patronales, but it's not the end of the partying, of course, because on the Thursday, it's the Fancy Dress Day. A tradition started by Sinatra's Bar many years ago, when a free drink was offered to everyone in fancy dress as a way of saying thank you to the British and Irish for coming over and celebrating the Spanish fiestas with them. That started with just a few people in fancy dress and has grown and grown and grown. A tradition that has now become the biggest fancy dress party in Europe, and it's expected to attract over 50,000 people this year. Many of the newbies don't even come for the Spanish fiesta, they just come for this. Sinatra's is still heavily involved. They hold the main fancy dress competition where a prize of €400 can be won. If you want to take part, go to Sinatra's, get your photo taken. All the entries are uploaded online and the winner is announced later in the year. There's a float parade organised by the bars on Fancy Dress Day too, usually around 5 to 6 p.m. It depends how long it takes to get them set up and ready, because they are incredible things. The effort that goes into these floats is unbelievable, as is the effort made by many people with their costumes. It really does need to be seen to be believed. Fancy dress party continues all day and all night, or as long as you can last anyway, and it is a day that you'll never forget. Following all that, it's recovery time really, and on the Friday, Sinatra's Bar is continuing with one of their traditions by having a giant free paella in the street outside the bar for all to enjoy. If you're still here for the weekend following Fiesta, well, you must be mad, but most of the bars will continue to be busy over that weekend too. Don't forget, you've also got another fiesta, the Fiesta of the Artichoke that weekend, which I spoke about on our November events video. Go and have a look at that if you want to hear more about what that's about. We'll be filming as much of the fiestas as we can, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss them. If you're coming over, have an amazing fiesta, enjoy it, but do also think of the horrific events in Valencia, and if you can donate to the fundraisers in any way, that will be massively, massively appreciated. Keep your eyes on our other socials for more info on the official fundraisers. I know ABRECA, which is the Association for Bars, Restaurants and Cafes in Benidorm, is working with the town hall to create some official donation boxes which will be placed in the bars around town, and there'll be a list of which bars are participating published beforehand so you can check where you can make donations. I'm sure there will be other fundraisers going on from local charities and organisations as well. I'll post details of any legitimate fundraisers I come across on our Facebook page, but do be careful who you're giving money to, because I'm sure there will be some absolute scallies taking advantage of the situation and trying to make a quick buck for themselves. We've already seen people dressing up as Red Cross volunteers in Valencia this week, knocking on people's doors and asking for money, which never makes it to the Red Cross. Absolutely disgusting. So yeah, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok for all more details. There will also be more details and the official Fiesta schedule in the video description. Facebook's a platform I use most for information posts, so make sure you follow me there on the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive, stay safe and felices fiestas.